Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this video. I welcome you to this video, humbly welcome you to this video. This video is about Cisco packet tracer, right? Now, I released the first video, which was reloading a switch, and it was, I accept that I admit that it was really very it was like a big video for its standards, because reloading a switch is not much big of a deal. My explanation and stuff like that took a lot of time, due to which it was like 26 minutes video just to reload a switch. It's not so much of a big deal to do, you know. Today I'll try to make it short as possible. So today we're reloading. Sorry, not reloading. We're configuring a switch. So, what does configuring a switch means? Configuring a switch means just giving it, we have to go into different modes of the switch and do different stuff according to the different modes of the switch. So, what does the modes mean? We'll get into that part. But right now, let me tell you what basically means by configuring a switch. Configuring means just doing stuff on your switch. What we can do through configuring, we can do anything that you do in the switch is basically called configuring a switch. But basically what we're going to do today, we're going to set the clock of the switch. So switch clocks can be a lot different. You know, you got to set them to the right time, to the correct time. In your switch, you can configure it by configuring the clock time. Alright, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to assign a password to our switch so that not every person can, we're going to design a password so that not every person can get into our switch and do stuff, whatever he wants with our switch, alright? But you all know I don't have a switch. Of course, I don't have a real switch. It's like, it costs like $2,000. Cisco packet tracer. So, getting Cisco packet tracer is really very difficult. If you guys are not, associated with any Cisco class, and I'm really sorry. I think you have to download a pirated software of a Cisco packet tracer if you want to do the stuff. But at least I can tell you what it means, right? And yeah, we are also going to give a switch a host name. Host name is the name which appears on the CLI screen. CLI screen is where we do all the configuration. So, now we need to understand the modes of the switch. So, at first comes the user exec mode. How, and then I'll come into that some different, but there are a lot of things associated with the modes of the switch. So first comes the user executive mode, and then comes the privileged executive mode. After you come into the user executive mode is basically when you are you have just opened a newly designed switch and you just look into it. I'll tell that to you, how you differentiate between the modes, how you know that this mode is a user exec and stuff like that. Secondly comes the privileged executive mode. So in user executive mode, there is basically not much to do. There's not at all much to do. You do very less things to do. You just gotta type in enable, and then you go to privileged executive mode, and you can do a little bit more stuff, just a little bit, not much to do. So next comes the privileged executive mode, where you can have a look at almost everything in the switch. Alright, you can look at the switch's IP address and MAC address and stuff like that. Don't ask me what the IP address and MAC address means. I'm not gonna tell that to you right now. But you can look at everything. You can even look at the passwords of the switch if you go into the privileged executive mode. But now you might be saying that if we can look at the password in the privileged executive mode, then how is our switch safe? Because anyone can go to the privileged executive mode and look at the password. Sir, no, let me just tell you that you have to set the password right if you want to go to the privileged executive mode. You have to type the password, if you set the password, of course. And then you can just look into a lot of things, and you do a very little stuff in privileged executive mode, but at least you can look at almost everything. Then comes the global configuration mode. That is the part where you do most of the stuff. You can do a lot of things there. So what we're gonna do today in global configuration mode, we're gonna set a host name on a switch. We're gonna set a password, and that also takes place in the global configuration mode. Clock set takes place in the, like, setting up a clock in the switch takes place in the privileged executive mode. Alright, so this was it for the explanation. Now I need to tell you some of the other parts, about stuff like context sensitive help. What is it? It's just, type in a question mark. You type, let's say you type in a command, alright, but you don't know the full command and you don't know how to, do this full stuff. That is called context sensitive help. So let's say you get wait, you know what? Let's talk about this during the lab. It'll make more sense when we do the lab. So without further ado, I think I've done like 6.5 minutes of explanation. Let's just go to the lab now. Let's go to the lab. We're all set up right now here. Let's just go packet tracer and let's start the stuff. Alright? So gotta press enter. Now I was talking about how do we know that whether we at any given point how do we know if at any given point we are at privileged executive mode or user executive mode or global configuration mode? How do we know that? This right here, let me tell you, this is how you know that this is a user executive mode. If you have this inequality sign, let's call it inequality sign, after your host name. Host name is switch right now. So this is the host name which is shown here, switch. This is the host name right now. We will set it to something else afterwards. So this is how we know this is user executive mode. To go into privileged executive mode, I told you to go type in enable. And now we see switch hashtag. Yeah, that means host name hashtag. Hashtag means we are at privileged executive mode. So what do we do in privileged exec mode? I told you that we're gonna set up a clock time set in the privileged exec mode. But let's say I do not remember the correct command to do the clock set. Alright, I'll type in clock and then I'll type question mark. Now I knew that the command which I want to type starts with CL, but I don't know what comes afterwards. Alright, now I type CL, then I type question mark, then I know two commands which start with the same thing. So starts with the CL letters, both starts with same letters. It gives me two options, clear or clock. What do I want to type? I want to do clock. Of course I don't want to clear the whole data and stuff like that. I want to do clock. So I'll do CLOK, clock, but this ain't the right command. Alright, I'll hit space, then I hit question mark. It'll tell me what to do afterwards with that command. It says type in set, and what it does, it'll set the time and date. Alright, let me do set. But how do I set the time and date? Just by typing clock set. I need to type in the numbers and stuff like that, right? So I have to do something else. Let's go space again and then question mark. Now it'll tell me hours, minutes, seconds. That should be your current time. Set in hours, minutes, seconds. Alright, let me type in hours, minutes, seconds. Time right now is 03 hours, minutes is 24, in seconds, I don't know, 15. Alright, is that really correct? Let me go and check. Space, question mark. No, it wasn't. Now you gotta type in day of the month. Day of the month is 8, and then you gotta set month of the year, October. Alright, is that it? Let me check. No, this isn't it. Now I gotta type in the year. Year is 2017. Is that it? Yes, it's it. This is it. That's basically done. We did. So that's what we did on the privileged executive mode. Now you do not always have to set up a clock. That's not all what you do in the privileged executive mode. You can view almost everything which is there in the switch once you get into the privileged executive mode, and you can do a little bit of stuff. Clock set is one of them. So we'll go into the different mode. Global configuration mode. To go into the global configuration mode, we gotta type CNOFIG-T, config T, wherein enter configuration commands one per line end with CNTL/D, switch config. How do we know? How do we know this is a global configuration mode? When it says the host name, then parentheses config, then hashtag, this is when we know it is talking about the global configuration mode. This is the global configuration mode. What do? Let's start by assigning a host name to the switch. This is the command for assigning a host name, HOSTNAME, and then let's type in GG Tanish. So command is host name, then space, and then you type in any host name you want to set up. I press enter. Look at how fastly it did. Like just right after hitting the command, it set up the host name from switch to GG Tanish. This is the host name now. Now I do not want just any random person to get into my switch and do mean things. There are a lot of mean people in this planet. So now I do not want any person to get to my switch. What would I do if I do not want anything? Set up a password. That's right. So the command for doing it is enable secret and then type in your password. It can be any password. So let's type in the previous name of the channel. This should be my password of this whole switch. All right. So what it does is that this is the password which you would need, which anyone would need to go from user executive mode to privileged executive mode. Alright, so if a person hits enable in the user executive mode, then it will ask for a password, and the password will be this. And if he does the correct password, you would be in the privileged executive mode. I'll show you the demo. Press enter. Oh, sorry. I think the spelling was wrong. Enable. Alright, spelling is wrong. It's enable secret. Now it's right. Secret has been enabled. Now, even though if a person would would not be able to go into the system in the switch, just because he would need a password, but I'll still, I'm a nice person. You all know that I'm a very nice person, humble person. I'll still warn that person, whoever it is, I'll warn him that this is a secure switch and you cannot just do configuration on it. So I'll warn it. How do I do it? I'll type in banner MOTD. MOTD means message of the day. So banner MOTD. Then this is the very important part. In setting up a message of the day, you have to start and end with one character, and that won't be displayed. So what I mean is, let's say you start with hashtag, and I would type warning. Oh, sorry, warning. No. Let's do it. Cap. Warning. This switch is in a direct control of the government of the USA. Alright, then I end with a hashtag. I started with a hashtag, I end with a hashtag. Alright, with a hashtag, not an hashtag. Sorry, my mistake. A hashtag. So if I start, let's say if I would have started with W. Oh, wait. If I would have started with a W. Oh, alright, let's do it again. If I would have started this, like something like T, I'll start with a T. This is secure. This is a secure switch. So what would happen? Switch. Alright, this is a secure switch. What would happen? What will it display? It'll display his is a secure switch, and and then it won't even display the CH. Those are useless. So you gotta start and end with the same character. All right. So I'll start with dollar and warning. This switch is under the direct control of the USA government. Let's just do this. And then I type in dollar. This is very important. And then I do enter. This is done. Let me show you a demo. So let me show you a demo. And if I want to, go back to the privileged executive mode if I'm at any mode, global configuration mode. I told you there are some sub modes after the global configuration mode. If I'm at any sub mode except for the user exec and the privileged exec, I would want to type in end if I want to go straight back to the privileged executive mode. Now I'm at privileged exec mode, and I'll do exit to go back to start the router. Start the switch from over again. All right. Now let me show you a demo. Showed me this thing. Warning, this switch is under the direct control of the USA government. This is the banner. It tells me, it gives me a warning. I'll type in enable. Oh, password. Oh my goodness. What's the password now? What's the password? I type in anything. I'm typing right now. You guys don't know. I type in anything, it won't show up. Why? It just won't show up. Even if you type in the right thing, it won't show up. It doesn't really matter. You press enter. Wrong password. It'll ask for the password again. Let me type in some other thing. Oh, wrong again. Oh, what? Bad secrets. Oh my goodness, what? Let me do this again. Enable. Okay. I think I know what the correct password is. Oh. Okay, now I got the correct password. Now I'm at the privileged executive mode. Now I do whatever I want to. Let's say config T. I can do anything. Now I'm at privileged exec mode. That was how you do this stuff. Alright? So, people, this was it from my side for today in this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, and make sure to follow me on Instagram. Each and every link will be in the description. And for now, I'm off. Thank you.